Hello and welcome to the show. Guys, today I'm going to be talking about my Predator Smart build. Now, the reason why I'm going to be showing you this because I do believe in 1.6 there's not going to be as much change to the Predator Smart build than they are to a lot of other builds. And as I've told you before, I do show off builds that isn't going to be changing in 1.6 drastically. And if they do change more than what they're saying they are right now, I will be reviewing them and going back over them and updating and doing a different video on showing you what has happened. Now guys, this is my straight DPS build. We're going to start showing off the abilities, which I do run Booster Shot, and then I run Air Burst, of course, on Seeker Mine. Talents with this guy, I run Adrenaline, Battle Buddy, Combat Medic, and I do run On the Move. Now, these are just specified for this build. If I do run like team play, I will switch up things, but this is like a solo build that I'm actually setting up. So, other than that, guys, we're going to go over here and we're going to show you my survivability. I've got 179,070 health with 55.50% mitigation, armor mitigation. So it's pretty good on Predator's Mark. I feel like I rate my gear as far as 0 to 100%. I feel like this build, as far as it all put together, is about a 95% or so done, perfected. Other than that, you got God rolls, God mode, or mods that you could get and stuff like that. But I do consider this a very good Predator Smart build. This is solely my opinion. So you may like something a little bit different. Now, primary DPS is 337,354. Toughness is 402,373. Skill power is 119,660. Firearms 6,092. Stamina 5,969. Electronics is 2,822. Mind you, the skill power is boosted by 10%. I do have Barrett's chest piece on, so that number alone is not honestly correct. That is just if I have no skills on cooldown. Now I do run the lightweight M4 on my Predator Smart build. I just feel like it's the better gun to run because it actually, for the talents and things that I'm looking for as far as what this build is, this is where I'm going with it. And of course I can unlock the ones that's on it that I will show you. I got a VX1 scope 12X with 18.5% headshot damage, 4% critical hit damage, 3% critical hit chance, extended mag, 110.5% magazine size, 4.5% reload speed, 4.9% rate of fire. I've got an angle grip with 13.5% stability, 4.5% reload speed, 4% critical hit damage. I've got an Omega rifle suppressor, 18.5% headshot damage, 3% critical hit chance, 4% critical hit damage. And as you can see on it, actually it's a 20.1K a bullet, 22% enemy armor damage with 892 RPMs and a 66 mag. And it's got deadly, responsive, and competent. I consider that to be a pretty good roll. I would really like to have Unforgiven or destructive on the top instead of deadly. I'd say destructive will still be good in PvE, but PvP as 1.6 hits, not so much. Therefore, I would change it out for Unforgiven and run Unforgiven, responsive, and competent in the DZ as far as the player versus player aspect of the game. Now, we're going to go down and we're actually going to go over here and show you that I've got 15.5% critical hit chance, 69% critical hit damage, and 112% headshot damage. Yes, that's not the best in the world, but the thing is, this is how I built my build. I didn't build it to be high in them areas. I built it to be pretty stable on this gun, plus the accuracy, reload, everything, you know, just it's a preference of mine. Therefore, there you go. Now, over here we got the PP19, and we'll actually go over here first and see a 26.5% critical hit chance, a 97% critical hit damage, and a 62% headshot damage. And we're going to go in here and we're actually going to look and see that it has a reflex sight on it, a 7.5% critical hit chance, a 4% critical hit damage, a 6% headshot damage. The extended mag is 107.5% magazine size, 3% critical hit chance, 4.9% rate of fire, and a suppressor with 6.5% critical hit chance, 4% critical hit damage, 6% headshot damage. Now, with this alone, it has 18.1k damage, 32% critical hit damage, which could be great. I'd rather have it enhanced instead of just a regular PP19. They should be able to push out more damage. And a 734 RPMs with 109 in the mag. Now, you can get more in the mag off this. This is an SMG, and it has the most in the mag that any SMG will have. When you run Predator's Mark and you have a slower RPM, by metrics of this game, you're supposed to push out more bleed off of your bullets, okay? But the meta now is higher RPMs is a faster time to kill. Therefore, people do more RPMs than they do slower RPMs. With the Predator's Mark, I feel like you have double DPS, so that's why I love it for my DPS build. Now, we'll go in here and actually start showing off my gear. Now, my gear is, for the chest piece, is a Barrett's bulletproof vest. Now, just say 3,200 armor with a 1716 firearms. Now, its talent is Barrett's bulletproof. No skills on cooldown increases skill power by 10%. One skill on cooldown increases damage by 5%. Two skills on cooldown increases armor by 10%. Major attributes are 1218 armor, 10% exotic damage resilience, and minor attributes is 50% ammo capacity. And it has two firearm mods in it. One is 254 firearms, 270 armor. The other is 250 firearms, 264 armor. Grant you, these mods can be better that you will be seeing out through my gear, but it's a pretty good build. Now, we'll go over here and we'll see that I do have a tactical pack with 2247 armor with 1267 stamina. Its specialized backpack adds 200% of firearms and stamina to skill power. 951 armor, 55% ammo capacity. It's got a 262 firearms, 277 armor mod in it. And the performance mods is both 6% first aid self-heal, and you will see that I've got two more 6% first aid self-heals in my other performance mods, totaling of 24 extra percent healing. The reason why I do that is because with low skill, you want to have a lot of heal off of it. And well, this is the way I play. And I feel like with those four equaling out to 24% extra heal off of my heal, then that helps me out more. Now, going over here to the mask, 1,000 armor, 1246 stamina, 3.5% critical hit chance, 14% increased kill XP. Now, it'll have a 249 firearms and 266 armor mod in it. My gloves is 972 armor, 1247 firearms, and 1301 assault rifle damage, 6% critical hit chance, 17% critical hit damage, which that's really good right there. And we'll go over here and go to my knees, and my knee pads are 1264 stamina, 2887 armor, with 1232 on major attributes armor. Minor attributes is 10% enemy armor damage, 30% disrupt resistance, 30% bleed resistance. And that's going to have a 231 firearms, 279 armor mod in it with, of course, your 6% aid self-heal. As you can see, the meta right now is armor. Therefore, I'm trying to have the most armor out of every mod that I do put on. Now, and I roll armor on all the gear. Right here you have a holster with a 1606 armor, 1237 firearms, 1247 stamina, 1262 electronics with a 651 armor major attribute roll. And of course you will see a first aid self-heal. Now, might you ask, what is the bonuses for having this Predator's Mark? 2 pieces give you a 10% reload speed. 3 pieces will give you plus 8% assault rifle damage, plus 8% SMG damage, and 4 pieces will get you hit 10 shots without switching target to make the target bleed for 50% of damage already done by those bullets. Now guys, when 1.6 does come in, you will no longer be able to pretty much stop your guy or your enemy that you're hitting making bleed. You will not be able to stop them from running. They're going to be slowed down by 10%. That's really the major thing that's going to be changing over. Other than that, guys, this is my Predator Smart build. I hope you did enjoy this video. If I have helped you in any way, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I update 5 days a week, and I try to put as many videos out as possible for you guys. Whatever you're wanting to see, looking forward to, just let me know. Thank you guys. Have a good day.